Part of this case, a big part of this case is that the two sides have completely different versions of what happened to John O'Keefe, right? On the one hand, Karen Reed ran him over with his car. On the other hand, he was killed by people inside 34 Fairview, then put out on the yard, and then Karen Reed was framed by many of those same people, including the lead investigator, right? Those are the two versions. So witnesses who are testifying about items, their credibility is crucial in this case, because you have prosecution witnesses who the defense says are part of the conspiracy. So obviously their credibility is everything. Are they telling the truth, or are they covering everything up? And then you've got experts who are going to testify as well. Experts who are going to look at the same data and come to different conclusions with that data. Their credibility is incredibly important in all of this. And ultimately figuring out, what is the truth here? What is the truth here? Who's telling the truth? Who's not telling the truth? So what we're going to do is take a look at the body language and some of the context of some of the statements that are being made by some of the important witnesses in the case. And right now we're going to look at where those stories or the testimony or statements conflict with one another. One conflict is between Karen Reed and John O'Keefe's mother, Peggy, talking about what happened when she returned to John O'Keefe's home that morning. Like, Karen Reed is saying that Peggy is accusing her of something, and Peggy O'Keefe said that, I never did that. So what I want to do is show you those clips. On the one hand, you'll see Karen Reed in a TV interview, because she hasn't testified inside the courtroom, and you'll see Peggy O'Keefe inside the courtroom. Again, they're talking about the same incident, or lack of incident, or it either happened or it didn't happen. Let's watch.
His mother leans over the kitchen island and says to me, I think it looks like he got hit by a car. It looks like he got hit by a car.
Did you ever lean over the kitchen island and say, I think he looks like he got hit by a car?
No. I don't remember talking to her that morning.
I mean, complete conflict there, right? And that brings us to the first question in our investigation. And it's about this conflict of statements, of versions of what's happening. Who is more believable? In this scenario, who's more believable? Is it Karen Reed or Peggy O'Keefe? John O'Keefe's girlfriend accused of murder, or John O'Keefe's mother, who testified for the prosecution? Here with us, jury consultant, human behavior expert, and body language expert Susan Constantine, and retired police officer after 2 decades, an expert in police interviews, suspect body language. He now trains investigators. Dr. Mike McCutcheon is with us as well. Great to have you both here. Okay, Susan, how do you see these two? Karen, obviously there are different places. One's a TV interview, one's in court. But what are you seeing from Peggy O'Keefe? What are you seeing from Karen Reed to try to figure out who is more believable?
Okay, well, first of all, there's problems in both of them, okay? So it's not either or, they both have issues. One of them is when we're listening to Karen Reed, she is reenacting what she is what occurred that day. The problem was the emotion is wrong. So what we're seeing is disgust. If you look at, see her nose lift up like that, that's disgust. So that is an emotion, how she feels about Peggy, not the anger or concern that the mother would have had. The other thing is her voice pitches super high, really super fast and high. That's not generally how natural expressions show. They kind of have a apex and they kind of come down. So there was that jump really fast, and it then came right back down. Was wrong. Okay, the other thing is that she didn't lean forward. She says she leaned forward, her body didn't lean forward. She raised her eyebrows in convincing. She's trying to convince rather than convey. And then when we look at Peggy, there's also issues there too, because we see some leakages of shoulder shrugs. And when you watch her response, there is a slight delay of when she says no. So she should have had this no 1 to 2 seconds prior. So the fact that she delayed, and the shoulder shrugs, right here, and then the deep breathe in, the deep breathe out, that falls under psychophysiology. So when I'm looking at the 6 channels, and here I'm seeing indicators of deception where I'm seeing more performance when I'm looking at Karen Reed.